Hey everybody, it's Austin. Thanks for tuning in today for another install on the Tundra. We have an awesome partnership with OEDRO here today. They have sent us a bull bar bumper for the Tundra. It's super neat. It comes with a light bar spot to mount a light bar on it, which we have a light bar coming. So stay tuned for that install as well. But let me go ahead and show you what the bumper is that they sent us, and we'll get it installed on the truck. It shouldn't take any time at all. I believe it just installs where our factory tow hooks are. So if you know where those are, there's just 2 bolts holding each one on. We just get the bumper put together and get it slapped into that spot. So pretty neat install. I'm excited to see how quickly it goes and what it looks like when we get there. And also got this sweet hat with American flags on it from Super Clean. They sent us some cleaning products that I have yet to use on the channel, but I can see them becoming very useful on the motorcycle when we get that back from the shop to do some cleaning up on the rims, because the bike sat outside a little bit with the previous owner. So I'm excited to put those to the test. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get to the install. All right, so here's the bull bar bumper that they sent us. It comes with the installation hardware, so we'll break into that when we get under the truck. And the bull bar comes pretty much already put together. So let's get the packaging off here and see what it looks like. For those of you that aren't chrome fans, this may not be for you. And I will say chrome is not my favorite, but this may be something we can paint or plasti dip for a more temporary option in the future. But we're gonna go ahead and install it and see how we like it on the truck. All right, so let's check that out. Super reflective, super shiny. Got some nice brass inserts here for your license plate. Pretty neat. We'll see how it looks on the front of the truck. But you can see there's some jagged points here for some good looks. And then you've got your light mounting holes here on the top to put in your light bar. And this space, let me grab a tape measure and see how wide that is. I believe it's about 35 inches, so we'll see what size light bar you can fit in there. All right, so as you all are probably aware, it's hard to keep track of tape measures. So this is about 30 inches across here. So I wouldn't get a light bar any bigger. 30 inches, if it sticks up too high, may not fit. So maybe do like 28. The one we've got coming, I believe, is 22 inches. So I think it'll work perfectly. So let's open up this mounting hardware and see what we need to put on the bumper right now before we get it under the truck. Some instructions to show us what we need to do. And some brackets. Don't do that, it's probably not good on it. And some brackets. So I'm gonna go ahead and look into the instructions and I'll get back with you. All right, so what we've learned is the brackets marked the driver's side and passenger side that are this fat shape. These are gonna mount to the tow hook portion on the truck with the hardware that's holding in the tow hooks. And they're gonna mount like this with these parts pointing out. And then the driver's side that attaches to the hook or to the hole in the bar is going to mate up to it like this. So we're gonna go ahead and get these mounted to the holes on the bull bar first. And that's just 1 bolt with a flat washer and a lock washer. So we need 2 of these bolts. That's why we don't have enough nuts, because these screw right in to that right there. So it's gonna go through our brackets here, bolt in, and then it can mount to the underside of the truck. Just like that. We're gonna keep working on it. All right, so we got our 18mm socket that fits onto here, and an 18mm wrench to hold the nut on the back side when we are installing the brackets together. So that's good to have in preparation. So let's take this out. We take this will be the driver's side. So we're gonna unwrap this. And it looks like all the brackets, they have an L shape here, like this. Actually, like this in the orientation of the directions, with this tab on top, and the L bracket angles to the outside on the driver's side and to the inside on the passenger side to make everything align. So I'm hoping that's right and they didn't just copy and paste the directions over. So we put this on, then we get a washer. There are, I think these are the only, yeah, these are the only washers. So get a couple washers out, and then a couple of the lock washers out. So you take your bolt and you put on your lock washer first, then your flat washer. Put the bracket on here and screw it into place. All right, and that's kind of snug, not in there super hard, just so it can move around some. And now we'll throw it on the other side. So this doesn't orient the same way like the picture shows. So I think it was just copied and pasted, which is not helpful. So we're going to orient it to the outside over here. Let me bring it in closer so you can see that. All right, so you can see how this side, the angle is facing to the outside, like here and up. And this one's also facing to the outside, here and up. But on the directions, it shows them both facing to the left. So I think they just copied and pasted. Well, they showed one tightening down. So that was just the driver's side. But we're gonna go ahead and get these tightened down, and then we can move under the truck. All right, so here's the tow hooks that we're gonna be taking off. It's just an 18mm bolt. So we'll break those loose. And then you can see my RCI skid plate's holding up strong. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out. I'll post it in the description or on this video. So it's been working out really well. Helps with oil changes a lot because it's got a compartment right here that you just undo two Allen screws, so they don't have to take off the whole skid plate to do the oil change if you're having a shop do it, and you don't have to do it if you're doing it yourself. So pretty convenient. Let's go ahead and see if my impact wrench can take this off, and if not, we'll switch to the impact driver, and then if not, we'll switch to the impact wrench. I think it's kind of sloppy on here. Let me see if this one might be a 17. Pretty tight. That's a 11/16. I think the 11/16 is tighter than the 18, so I'm gonna go with that. No dice. It's also not really built for that, so we'll go ahead and with our impact socket, so we don't break anything. I should buzz it off easy. Like nothing. All
Alright, so we're gonna leave the washer on there so I can go back in with this bracket. That was a neat sound. Pretty stout tow hooks. It's pretty cool. Alright. That's a little rusted. Maybe I should get my grinding wheel and clean that up and put some paint on it. Let me think about that, and then I will get this bracket put on. Oh, I'm sorry, this is a little bit low. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. So maybe I need to get this cleaned up a little bit. Not really sure if I'm gonna do that. Do as I say, not as I do. All right, so we've got the passenger side bracket, and I'm gonna face the angle in because if we faced it out, well, that wouldn't work. So just face it just like this. Grab our bolts from the tow hooks, which I understand this is getting rid of your tow hook points, which is definitely not ideal, but we're just gonna see how this bumper looks, see if we like it, and if we need to figure out another option for recovery if we need it. But wow, that's squeaky. All right, so you can see it's got some play here, so we're just gonna set it up in the middle, run these up, and see where we ultimately need it. I'm just gonna get them a little snug for right now. All right, so those can still move, so we're good. Now we're gonna go ahead and put on the other ones, same way with the angle facing in, so in towards the center of the truck, and then we can mount the bumper to it. All right, so here are the brackets so far, loosely mounted, ready to go. And then we've got the brackets on the bull bar, ready to set on here, like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this set in front of me, and then get these nut and bolt configurations put together. So coming from the inside out, it looks like you got flat washer on your bolt, put it through the hole, flat washer, lock washer, nut. So we're gonna go ahead and do that and let it hang there, and then we can get everything cinched down once it's all square and straight ahead. Here we go. All right, so we've run into our first hang up. I've flipped this bracket around. I had it originally set with the angled piece out here just to make it closer to fitting and aligning with these brackets, but it's still not going to. So I'm wondering if I put these on backwards. So I'm gonna go ahead and double check and try to get this where it's supposed to be, because it is not close at the moment. So I guess per the instructions, which I thought I kept these on the correct side, that this needs to be on the over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch these around and see if that helps. All right, so we switched those around. So it needs to be angled to the outside of the truck, and these are way closer now. Both brackets are hitting. So we're just gonna go ahead and finesse those exactly where they need to be and get a bolt in place. Should be pretty easy. All right, so with a little assistance, I was able to just throw a bolt through and put a nut on the other side. So you go in from the outside in just to hold it in place, and now I can get all of my nuts and bolts together. I may go ahead and get these tightened down. Actually, I'm gonna wait on that. And we're gonna go ahead and get our nut and bolt combinations together so we can throw it through the other side, and then we'll be good to lock everything down. I think it's gonna look pretty cool. I need to take off my license plate. Abilene Christian University, represent. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and lift this into place, and I'm gonna insert the bolt and the washer from the outside, and then I'll go flat washer, lock nut, real nut, in that order. get the bolt through, and then flat washer, lock nut, hex nut. And while I have this up, I'm gonna go ahead and fix it on the back one because I just did the nut to hold it in place. So flat washer, need a lock nut. So then we put on the lock nut and the hex nut. Then we'll get everything tightened down and pushed in so it sets closer to the grill as we get everything set up. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and put the nuts and bolts on the other side, and then we'll get it all set where we want it and tighten everything down. It's going on pretty good. All right, so with some help from my lovely wife, she's holding it in the position that I want it. And I'm going to snug these up. Oh, lost my sock. All right, so that should stay, babe. Oh, just kidding. Okay, because this one's not tightened. The bolt holding it to this bracket is not tightened, so I need to go ahead and do that. And I don't remember. That is an 18 as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that up, and we'll get everything snugged up, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when we're done. You tighten everything to 50 foot-pounds, so make sure you do that because this is a crash piece, so be cognizant of that. All right, so I'm just tightening everything to 50 foot-pounds with my Harbor Freight torque wrench. Put a wrench on the back. So that works. Then you can see right here, we got it more or less centered. Center of the arrows in between the license plate and splitting the emblem. So we have a little less room over here, which doesn't really make sense to get onto the bolts, but we'll go ahead and get this torqued down and we'll be done. So pretty excited with how it turns out. I'll show you guys some final pictures. The install was really easy. It's really nice to have an extra set of pans, so try to recruit your spouse or loved one or dog if they want to hang out with you. So thanks for joining me on this one, and I'll show you guys some final pictures of what it looks like on the truck. Guys, I'm just standing out here looking at this bumper, and I'm a fan. I was not sure if I was going to like it, but I was like, hey, I'll try it out. Gives me a place to mount a light bar, which I think would be really cool. But I'm not a huge chrome fan, but I already have the chrome on the front of the truck. And buying the whole grill surround and hood bulge is like really expensive, like $700. So I just have not done it. And so it kind of complements each other. I know some of you guys won't be a fan. I get it. But it's pretty cool. And for what it is, the price, pretty neat upgrade. I'm excited to put a light bar on that. So stay tuned for that because it's actually here. And I just got to figure out how to get it wired up. But pretty sweet product from OEDRO. And I'm really excited to have it on the truck. I like it a lot. Thanks for watching. Let me know down below if you like it. If you don't like it, that's great. And hope you guys subscribe. Like the video. I'd love to hit 4,000 subscribers. I feel like I've slowed down a little bit on
growth, and I want to do things, change it up a little bit, do things that you guys like to watch and things that I like to create. So thanks for being here with me, and we'll see you on the light bar video or something else if it comes sooner.